Hi everyone, today I'm going to give you a short overview of Chapter 9 titled Of School Bands, Orchestra and Jazz Ensembles. This chapter looks at how school instrumental music programs came to be, how they're structured, and most importantly, what role they play in students' musical and personal development. As a music student and performer, I found a lot of these really relatable, and I hope you will too. So let's start with a historical background. School bands and orchestras didn't come from a centralized education plan. They evolved over time, shaped by things like national pride, world wars, school sports, contests, and support from the music industry. Even student-centered education philosophies had a role. Interestingly, the structure of these programs has barely changed since the early 19th. They were already playing Mozart and Beethoven back then, and in many schools, they still are. That shows the strong traditions at the heart of the school music. In realities, running these type of programs are so hard. They're so expensive. Schools need rehearsal rooms, practice spaces, instruments, sheet music, uniforms, and at least one dedicated teacher. Students also have to invest in their own instruments and gear. And yet, despite the cost, these programs not only survive, they thrive. Do you know why? Because they offer something really meaningful. Students find identity, connection, and a sense of belonging through music. Music teachers are multitasking superheroes. One teacher might lead a symphonic band, then switch to jazz, ensemble rehearsal, and later head to a football game with a marching band. This diversity means teachers need to be flexible, passionate, and super knowledgeable across musical styles and instruments. It also means students are exposed to a wide variety of musical experience. Many students get their first chance to choose an instrument in elementary school, and to be honest, a lot of those choices are based on how cool the instrument looks or sounds, or even just who is playing it. That's okay. The important thing is that students get the opportunity to explore. Teachers help guide these choices to keep the band or orchestra balanced. The beginning phase is so crucial. It's when students start imagining themselves as musicians. Middle school is where real transformation happens. Students who stick with music start developing real skills and musical awareness. They transition from beginner books to real sheet music, and their identity as musicians gets stronger. This age is tricky socially, so the ensemble can be a safe space where they feel supported. Teachers can help smooth transitions by connecting younger students with the next level up. This really helps keep students involved. In high school, students find their place in different ensembles. Concert ensembles are usually the heart of the program, focusing on classical repertoire. Jazz bands bring in creativity and style and often have a different social vibe, more relaxed and cool. Marching bands are the most public. They're out at the games, parades, and festivals. And small ensembles like string quartets or jazz combos give students a chance to lead, explore, and be creative in new ways. Social structure and identity. Each group has its own social structure. There's usually a hierarchy: first chair, section leader, drum major, and even if we don't like to admit it, students notice. But what's beautiful is how many students stick with music not just because of skill, but because they love the people, the memories, and the feeling of being part of something. For some, it's the highlight of their school experience, even if they don't keep playing after graduation. From a teaching perspective, instrumental music is about more than just learning notes. It's about developing a good sound, playing with percussion, learning technique, and reading music fluently. Teachers also help students learn how to play by ear, improvise, and express themselves musically. Choosing the right music for students to play is key. It has to be challenging, meaningful, and fun. Finally, the last slide is about final thoughts. To wrap up, instrumental programs are more than just music classes. They help students grow as musicians, team members, and individuals. They connect us to history, tradition, and knowing each other. They're creative, expressive, and powerful. Now, I want to finish this lecture. I'm gonna ask you some questions. Please just review the main points and prepare yourself for some easy questions. Thank you. See you guys.